Hello everyone, Procrastinating Churl here. For the Pokedex deep dive today, I wanted to talk about the Pokemon that the humans of the Pokemon world interact with for medicine or healing in some capacity. There are a vast number of Pokemon in this category, so I have decided to break it up into multiple parts. In fact, all the Pokemon in today's video are from Generation 1 only. Pokemon number 1 has a national Pokedex number of 46, Paras. Early in its Pokedex entries, we find out about the mushrooms growing on its back. However, it isn't until Generation 3 that we learn the mushrooms are parasitic and that they are also used as medicine. In Paras's Emerald Pokedex entry, it states, quote, "A Paras has parasitic Tochukashu mushrooms growing on its back. They grow by drawing nutrients from the host. They are valued as a medicine for a long life," end quote. This is somewhat further elaborated on in Paras's Moon Pokedex entry, which we find out that, quote, "mushrooms called Tochukatsu sprout from its back. They can be dried and powdered to make a medicine used to extend life," end quote. We also find out in the Ultra Sun Pokedex entry that this Pokemon's environment affects the growth and quality of the mushrooms. Unfortunately, for those humans that use the mushroom, the ones found on Paras and Alola, quote, "don't grow up quite right," end quote. So they are more than likely not used to make medicine. The next Pokemon has a national Pokedex number of 47 and is Paras's evolution, Parasect. Just like Paras, this Pokemon has a mushroom on its back, but this one is even larger. Additionally, it is not the mushroom itself that is used as medicine, but the spores. This is first indicated in the Pokemon Stadium Pokedex entry, but it isn't until Parasect's Fire Red Pokedex entry we find out that, quote, "it scatters toxic spores from the mushroom cap. In China, the spores are used as herbal medicine," end quote. This is elaborated on further in Parasect's Pokemon Moon Pokedex entry, where we learn that, quote, "once harvested, these spores can be steeped and boiled down to prepare herbal medicines," end quote. It is not surprising to me that the mushroom aspects of these Pokemon are used as medicine by the people of the Pokemon world. In our world, mushrooms have been used in medicinal ways as well. However, it is probably best not to ingest some random mushroom you may find out in your yard. The next Pokemon on this list has a national Pokedex number of 97, Hypno. Initially, one may think, how could Hypno possibly help humans of the Pokemon world medically? There was even one Pokedex entry that spoke of a Hypno running off with a child. Hypno is different from the previous Pokemon in that, unlike the last two, something is not harvested from Hypno and ingested. Many of this Pokemon's Pokedex entries say that they hypnotize and put both humans and Pokemon to sleep so Hypno can eat their dreams. However, it isn't until this Pokemon Sun Pokedex entry that we learn, quote, "while it is an extremely dangerous Pokemon, people who are in need of a good, sound sleep call it their savior," end quote. This is the first time a Pokedex entry states that any human of the Pokemon world finds something good about Hypno. Why is Hypno on this list then? We find out in Hypno's Ultra Moon Pokedex entry that, quote, "there are some Hypno that assist doctors with patients who can't sleep at night in hospitals," end quote. While I'm sure that is very helpful for patients who can't sleep for one reason or another while in the hospital, personally, I'm not too sure I would want a Hypno to knock me out if they were real. It might eat my dreams. I quite like my dreams most of the time. Also, I don't do well while in hospital rooms in general. I would just rather go home or stay up all night. Following Hypno is a Pokemon that seems pretty obvious and probably came to mind first as you read the title of this video. They are seen in the anime almost always helping Nurse Joy in the Pokemon Center. With a national Pokedex number of 113, Chansey. We first find out this Pokemon aids in healing with its Pokemon Yellow Pokedex entry, where we find out a Chansey will share its egg with an injured Pokemon. However, it isn't until Chansey's Ruby and Sapphire Pokedex entries that we find out Chansey will help humans as well. These Pokedex entries state, quote, "Chansey lays nutritionally excellent eggs on an everyday basis. The eggs are so delicious they are easily and eagerly devoured by even those people who have lost their appetite," end quote. Chansey helping is so common amongst the Pokemon species, its Legend Arceus Pokedex entry states, quote, "this pure-hearted Pokemon shares its egg with the injured. These eggs are so nutritious that they've been nicknamed Doctor's Doubles," end quote. This next Pokemon I was unsure about, but I decided to put it on this list anyway. Worked of as an honorable mention. With a national Pokedex number of 114, Tangela. In this Pokemon's Legends Arceus Pokedex entry, it states, quote, "It is cloaked entirely in blue vines, preventing any glimpse of its true identity. The vines impart a refreshing sensation when chewed. They're useful as a spice," end quote. Unfortunately, it is not clear if this refreshing sensation is in the medicinal sense, or if it is meant in the way people say that an herb such as mint is refreshing. Lastly is the Pokemon with a national Pokedex number of 117, Seadra. Its silver Pokedex entry states that, quote, "Its fin tips leak poison. Its fins and bones are highly valued as ingredients in herbal medicine," end quote. This is not surprising if one looks at seahorses in our world. Seahorses, according to an article I found online, have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for a long time. The use vary from treating an issue such as baldness to ailments such as arthritis and asthma to even infertility. Unfortunately, later Pokédex entries do not elaborate as to what the traditional medicine the fins and bones are used to treat. Did any of the Pokemon on this list surprise you? If you like this Pokédex deep dive, please like the video, and if you would like to know when I post another deep dive, please subscribe. Also, if you have any possible Pokédex deep dive topics you would like me to cover, please leave it down in the comment section below.